Welcome to the Dalen Show. Y'all living people, y'all doing good. I'm feeling great. Y'all see this smile on my face. I'm doing good, real good. Doing as best as I've been doing in a while. So I appreciate you guys for supporting the love you've been giving the last couple of weeks. It's been meaning a lot for me. So I appreciate you guys for that. Um, Hope all is well with you guys. You guys continue following your dreams, living life as well. So I appreciate you for that. We've got a special guest with me this week. I told you guys, I've been doing my best to get some more females on the show. I've been working a lot to do that. And you guys have been talking to me about it, so I'm doing my best. So everyone, please welcome our guest today. Welcome with me, Miss Kiara Bell. Woo.
Hey y'all.
First off,
Yeah.
appreciate you coming on. That means a lot. And man, how's life treating you? How's everything doing for you right now? You got a lot going on.
Well, shoot. Life's treating me pretty well. I graduated, so that's A1 right there. I have another year to play, so I fortunately got the opportunity to transfer somewhere else and just get the opportunity to really, I guess, get a new feel or I don't know, just a new path. It's a new path for sure, and I'm excited for that.
That's good. That's good. For the listeners that may not know who you are, just give them a brief overview of who you are so they can get comfortable and get to know you just real quick. Let them know where you're from, where you're at right now, and just a lot of things you've been able to accomplish to help you get where you're at today.
Okay, so my name is Kiara Bell. I played 4 years of collegiate basketball at LIU Brooklyn. Um, I'm originally from Santa Rosa, California, but I moved around a lot. I was in Miami for about 3 years in middle school, and then I went to high school in Jersey where I got recruited, and I played. Ooh, I played AAU for next level BBA, and eventually, got recruited to LIU where I stayed. It was my home. You know, but yeah. So right now I'm in Sacramento. It's not that far from Santa Rosa, but yeah.
Um, I want to start. I because I think your story is pretty incredible. But you've transferred recently to UMBC. Talk about why was that move needed for you, and why did you choose UMBC? What was so special about that place?
Well, like I said, I spent 4 years at LIU, and it was an experience for sure. Like it has its up and downs, and then just as I came into my senior year, I started to see I wanted to go to that next level. And I felt that in order to do that, thank goodness we got that extra year because I kind of realized that a little late. Um, so when I put myself in the transfer portal, it was like it was terrifying. I'm not gonna lie. It was terrifying because I honestly didn't think, I mean, I'm not gonna say I didn't think someone was gonna get me, but it's that stress of, oh my goodness, I'm not attached to a school right now. What if I don't find what I'm looking for? And with UMBC, they literally, it was open arms. They wholeheartedly wanted me, and that's what I want in a program. I want them to want me. They have the want to work with me. They want me to go to the next level. They want me to go overseas. Like it's that community that I've always been wanting, as a whole, with the team, with the school, with the coaches, it just, with them, it just seems like, now mind you, I haven't been there, I haven't like started playing there yet, but I'm loving it. So shoot, I am so excited for it.
No shots, but was there when you put your name in the portal, was there a school that you were specifically looking in, or were you just looking to make a fresh start in a place that you kind of felt welcomed and open to?
It was more of a fresh start somewhere. I definitely wanted to go into a conference that was higher where I was,
Mm-hmm.
but it was mainly just looking for that like community, that family, that someone that was gonna, I want a team that's gonna really push me,
Yeah.
and give me that drive. And that's what I felt like they gave me. So I chose them.
Okay. I'm gonna get back to that. I want to get into you a little bit more. You talked about being born in California, but you moved around a lot. Talk about how it was growing up for you, and did you ever become uncomfortable or maybe unsettled with moving around as much as you did?
Definitely. because, I was in Santa Rosa up until I was about 10 and a half, 11. So I spent my whole life, like, not whole life, my whole like half life, my younger life there. And so picking up and moving literally cross country was like a big, whoa, I'm going to this state where I don't know anybody. And then on top of that, I was moving, like, we moved almost every year, it was always something different. And it's just mainly, like, financial stuff, trying to find the right schools for me. And then eventually making my way up to Jersey. So I always kind of felt a little, I guess, isolated in a sense,
Yeah.
kind of closed myself off for a long time because I felt it was just kind of me. I was gonna make things happen. And like in a sense, yeah, you make things happen for yourself, but you need a small community, a type, a little support system. And that's definitely something I'm starting to realize, I guess, while I'm getting older, that I need that community. I need that stability. And that's just something I didn't really get growing up. So it's definitely, yeah.
You say you became closed off. In basketball opens many doors for people. When did you start playing and when did you start falling in love with the game?
Okay, so the majority of my life, I was a soccer player,
Mhm.
a gymnast. Those two were my thing. Like, I didn't even look towards basketball. I was actually, for a while, I was really turned off from it, and it's crazy to say that now.
Yeah.
Um, I really didn't start playing until my mom said something to me my 8th grade year, and she was like, like, you're going to be really tall, and maybe you should start exploring more sports that, you know, kind of encompass that, like the way I'm built, the way I move. And so I was like, all right, I'll give basketball a try. And to be honest, my 8th grade year, I did not like it at all. I did not like it. And then I had this coach, my high school coach, my first 2 years of high school. He opened my eyes real big. Like, he's like, you can be amazing at this, you can do this. And I was like, for real? Like, I could actually do this. Like, this is a thing. I can go to college for this. I can go overseas. There's so much that I can do with this. Even if I stop playing, there's still so much more I can do. Like, I'm involved in this world. And yeah, so he was a big influence on me for sure. He really showed me some stuff. Like,
You talk about family is one of my biggest things. I have absolutely nothing without my family. You talk about your mom a little bit. Talk about how your parents help prepare you for the real world, and not only your parents, but how your siblings helped prep you to kind of be prepared for anything that came your way.
so my younger siblings, I'm a good 10, 11 years older than them. So, I did definitely help raise them a ton. So it kind of forced me to grow up a little faster than I
Yeah.
wanted to. So in the sense, like, again, like how I talked about, I was always kind of felt isolated. I always felt like I was above people when it came to maturity, I guess.
Yeah.
So with them, it really opened my eyes to the fact that I'm a really caring person and I want to help people as much as I can. And I want to show them that they can do anything. So now I got to do anything. I got to do everything to show them that they can do anything. So they're really like, see, now I'm gonna cry. but but yeah,
Okay.
so yeah, yeah, I'm just gonna talk in circles with that one. Sorry. But yeah, that's yeah.
Go into growing up in Santa Rosa. I know you said you spent a good amount of time there. And also outside of sports, what kept your attention? What were your hobbies outside of sports, maybe?
Outside of sports. Trying
And
to
if
think.
and if you don't have any, that's fine. I talk to most athletes tell me that their sport was the main thing they did growing up and they didn't really have anything outside of their sport. So
My mom is a person that she always wanted me involved in something.
mhm.
So shoot, I was in a sport every season, spring, winter, fall, every season, summer. But on top of that, I took piano lessons,
Okay.
singing lessons. I was in choir, like, I like music. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the best at it, but I like it, and it's definitely like an outlet besides basketball and being able to incorporate them together a little bit. has really helped with like, I guess, roadblocks, mental blocks, like I got to show myself there's a world outside of basketball and it's okay to separate yourself
Yeah.
for a minute. And so that's something, if I get overwhelmed, I get too much anxiety about something, or, just put some music on and just sing, dance, just chill. And that's definitely something that was definitely another outlet besides sports for me.
Who are some of your favorite artists? Music is a passion of mine, and it's my mental cope. So I love to have or hear other people's music's perspectives.
Ooh, it depends on my mood. Like
Mm,
today, so I just came from the gym. Today I was listening to like straight Lil Wayne and Jay-Z,
okay.
like old school, not old school, but like, that mid 2000s, mid 2000s. But like yesterday I was listening to Kalani and Janae Aiko, and just like it just kind of depends on the mood. I'm very open to like all types of music. My playlist is filled from EDM to I hate to say this, but I have a few country songs on there. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy though. Nothing crazy. It's
I
like
listen to country, man. Luke Combs is the guy for real. I love some country music. It's funny because I have a good friend, and she was like, your music playlist, it tells me that your house is clean. Like she was like, if you have a broad and a really wide variety of music on your playlist, that means you clean a lot and your house is clean. So I feel like whatever you're a clean person. So yeah, I like that. I like that's valid because I listen to everything as well, and it depends on my mood. So I like those answers. Those are valid answers for real.
thank
Um, when you get into high school, I know that's a transition for you as well.
you.
What's it like? What is the game teaching you, and what are you learning about yourself from basketball and outside from people around you
Like currently, or when I was entering
in
high school?
entering high school?
The team I played on in high school was more of a, I don't know, how do I say this? It was very laxed, and it really showed me that not everyone has the same, not everyone that plays a sport in high school and middle school and just like travel has the clear intention of, I want to go to college and do this, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it took me a while to really realize that some girls are just not in that mindset. And it was really frustrating my first 2 years, because I was trying to really like get into it. And I was surrounded by people that were just like, we're doing this for fun. And I'm like, yeah, this is fun, but this is my life. So it was like, that was big for me. But once I started realizing that, it made things easier for me because I was able to really focus on myself and kind of look at my path and accept people a little bit like more with, I guess when you're going into high school, it's hard to accept yourself. And then having to accept people on top of that is hard. So when it comes to a sport, you really got to be open. You can't close yourself off. You can't, you can't, it's like digging yourself a hole. You don't want to hide. You want to be open. You want to show people who you are. You want to be like, this is what I want to do. Make your intentions clear. And a lot of things run a lot more smoothly because a lot less people push back on you. So that was definitely a challenge for me. But like, and I'm not gonna lie, it's still a little bit of a challenge. Trying to be like, okay, she doesn't have that mentality, same as you. It's okay, like you're good. Like stop getting so frustrated. And yeah, so this is definitely something I learned from that.
When did that mentality kick in? Because you said that you didn't start playing basketball until like eighth grade, so you kind of got into it late. So how did
Mhm.
that basketball demoted and motivated mindset kick in? When did it, and how did it?
I would like to say after I turned 16, because I started playing travel late too, because I only played travel basketball for 2 years. So it was definitely after I turned 16 and I got on my next level team. There was only 8 of us on that team. And so the coach, I haven't talked to her in so long. She played at the University of Dayton, and she was like, "You guys can do anything." And those girls, it was just like basketball,
Mm-hmm.
everything basketball. And I was just like, okay, like this is exciting. Like I like this. Like we on the same type. We about to do this, you know? And so that was, I think, yeah, it was that first year of AAU after I turned 16 that really changed a lot for me in my mindset.
Talk more about playing AAU and what were some of the things you got from your coaches and your teammates that helped you become a better player?
One thing, so like a harsh reality is like you want to go out there and do everything. You
Right,
really think you can. And I mean, like, I'm not, you can.
right,
You just got to work at it.
right.
And so that was like, it was low key like a slap in the face because I kept trying to do things that my teammates were doing and I couldn't do it. You know,
Mhm.
like, yeah, I can rebound, but I wasn't the best shooter. So it's just like half my team was just buckets, you know? And so that was, but along with that, it's like, it motivates you to want to do that. So now I am like, yeah, years later, but now I'm shooting threes. Now I'm doing this. Now I'm driving. Like I am like, I don't know. It was just like an eye opener for me, and it really showed me that there are people out there that think and want the same things that you want, and it's okay to surround yourself around people like that. But it's also okay to surround yourself with people that aren't in that mentality because you don't want to get lost in that, you know?
Right.
So it's finding an even ground, finding that median, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm still trying to find that. I'm like I'm 22 and I'm still still trying to find that middle ground. But you know, it's I don't know. It was such a like proud time for myself, you know, like I really felt like I was opening up, finding who I was. Like this is what I want to do. I want to go to college. I want to play. Like I want to go overseas. I want to do this. And now I'm here. So
Oh, for sure. When did the college interest start coming in for you, and how did you respond to that?
I'd say my first year at AAU was a little rocky. You know, I wasn't really getting anybody. No one was really
Mm-hmm.
talking to me too much. But I also didn't know much about recruiting and
Yeah.
it was all new. And mind you, I was 16. So it was just like, you're kind of late to this. You know,
Yeah.
everyone was already kind of in it. And so having to do a lot of that research and finding my kind of my own way because like, yeah, my coach helped me, but you know, she has 7 other girls and she has to help, you know? So, my goodness, where was I going with this? I'm so sorry. Um, can you repeat the question one more time? I just
Yeah.
totally lost my train of thought.
When did interest from college start coming in, and how did you respond to that?
That's right. Okay, so then my second year of AAU, I would like to say the second part of the summer, I started. My team was doing pretty well. We were no longer part of Next Level. We kind of separated ourselves and went to BBA, which was the best thing ever. Like because we were able to join tournaments that we weren't before, you know, because we were part of this big organization. Now we were very independent. We could kind of go where we wanted to.
Yeah.
And so when I started seeing those coaches, like just before the game, seeing them sit and like line up in the little thing, it was like, ooh, like now I really gotta like do something, like, because I really want to do like this is, I mean, not necessarily like my last year to do it, but like I wasn't trying to graduate high school and play another year at AAU, you know? It was just like, I want to be set. I want to be good. Like I want to be somewhere where I'm gonna be safe, comfortable, and I can just play. So I would like to say I really didn't start hearing anything until after the season ended. Um and I only got a few offers. It wasn't a lot, you know, but I was grateful for every single one of them. Shoot. And LIU was actually my first visit, my first and only mm, first and only official visit.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to say that. And the coach there, my first year, she was like, same thing with UMBC. She was like, I want you here. She's like, I could develop you into a great player. And sold, because I felt like no one really took me and really wanted to develop me. I kind of had to do it myself. So, um, yeah.
Why was that so important for you for a coach and a coaching staff to make you feel important and feel like family?
Um, Shoot, I'm about to start crying. This is like an emotional topic for me because like I am a closed off person, like
You don't want to talk about it, you're good. You don't have to.
it's just because I want to feel like I belong somewhere, and moving around so much, I never felt like I belonged.
Mhm.
So, all right, yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna end it there because if I go any deeper, I'm gonna keep crying. So yeah.
You didn't go far from Jersey. You ended up in New York.
hmm
Was that a cool little transition, or were you liked would you have liked to go somewhere farther away from home? Or were you, or maybe also I add on this, were you tired of moving as much as you had been your entire childhood? You kind of just wanted to settle down.
I wanted to settle down.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely wanted to settle down. It was like, well, my mom was still living in Jersey at the time, and so I was like, I'm gonna be close. I'm not gonna be super close, but I'm gonna be close. And and then New York as a whole, I've never been there. So it was like I lived in Jersey for 4 years, never went to New York. And so it was like a whole cultural shock. The people there, the attitudes, the way people like just the way things were done there. And it was just like, wow, these people don't care. They do whatever they
Mm-hmm.
want. And it was just like, I could do that too. Like I could
Mm-hmm.
just be open. I could be free. Like I could do this, this, this. And that was so exciting. So it was, I'm very happy I got to spend time in New York. I'm happy I got to spend 4 years there because it was being in a city, going to school in a city, in the city is difficult. I'm not gonna lie, because it's not, you don't really get that collegey
Yeah.
vibe. We lived off campus. Beside, like I really only went to campus for classes,
Mm-hmm.
practice, and everything is scheduled literally back to back to back. So it was like this little time frame I was there, and then the rest of the time I could just walk in the city, do whatever I want, just and there's so much to see there, and do and just experience. And I felt like I didn't want to transfer quite yet because of that. I didn't want to lose that freedom, quote unquote. I could just hop on the subway and be out. I could, and then there, on top of that, in the summertime, there is so much going on basketball wise. It's amazing. Like, just the culture there is just, oh, it's refreshing. It's refreshing and makes you want to be a better basketball player. It makes you want to be a better person. It pushes you in a sense. It's not stagnant there. And I don't like stagnant. I'm not a stagnant person. I'm like constantly something. I need to do something. I gotta work out. I don't know, go to the store. I gotta go for a walk. I gotta something. And
Yeah.
that definitely got that there. Definitely got that there.
Was there any players that you kind of watched a lot of their game to kind of gain a lot from them? And if not, how did you improve by yourself to kind of become the player that you are today?
I think who did I used to I don't think I have a specific player. I
Mhm.
don't have a specific player, definitely. I don't. But I watched I would watch women's college basketball all the time. Like I still watch it and I learn from it because it's very fundamental. Like I feel as if men's and women's basketball it's really two different worlds. I'm not gonna lie, it's two different worlds, two different mentalities. Yeah, we play the same sport, we're on the same goal, but the way the game is played is different. So I don't know. That was always like a focal point for me. A lot of people watch the WNBA. A lot of people watch men's basketball, men's college basketball. Like
Mhm.
I really like. Yeah, I am a women's college basketball player, but like I really hyper focused on that because I was like, these girls, I want to be those girls.
Mhm.
Like, and even though I was in college, I still want to be those girls. Like, I don't know. It was, so yeah, those. And then I don't really have like a specific school I would watch necessarily. I was obsessed with Stanford though my first 2 years. I love their team. I just I can't really explain why, but I love their team. So
I didn't get to ask you this, and I really wanted to because as someone going into college and people, most of my listeners are young adults. What was your schedule like at LIU? Like when did you get up? When did you have practices? Were your classes in the morning, afternoon? Like how was your day like? And when you weren't playing or practicing, what were you doing?
okay, so my first 2 years, your first 2 years, you kind of get a lot of the general ed out the way, like basic classes.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say those 2 years were my hardest just because I was packed. Like we would, it started off with summer. We had a summer session, and that first year I was there, we had summer session 2, which starts in like July-ish. Get up at 6 a.m., cardio, go home for a couple hours, come back. Now we have workouts on the court. Go back, come back again a couple hours later, and we might get some food, they might get us some lunch, but a lot of it was like stretching, dynamic stuff. And then so once the school year actually started, I'm pretty, oh my goodness, my schedule was hectic my freshman year because I had classes. My first class was at like 9 a.m., 4 days a week. And then because we only had classes Monday through Thursday, Friday was no classes. And so 9 a.m.s, and I would say 2 out of the 4 days we had 6 a.m. lifts. And on the weekends, on Saturdays, we would have 6 a.m. cardio, like on the field or something. So I would go from class, it would be like an hour class, and then I would go to another class. So I would probably have about like 15, 20 minutes in between. And then right after that, I had to like hightail it to practice. Like you got like 5 minutes, get dressed, get upstairs, because you got to be early. We always had this 15-minute rule. It was we kind of waived it a little bit if your classes kind of ran a little longer. But like if you were in class, you better be on that court 15 minutes before the coach says we're supposed to be on that court. So, and then we would practice for a good like 2.5 hours, 2 hours. And then we would usually lift right afterwards. So by that time it was already like like 5 o'clock by the time I got out. So and then I would just go home, eat, and go to bed, do my homework. Very busy. But then my last 2 years, things calmed down because I graduated a semester early too. I mean, I graduated last December technically, but I walked in May. But everything kind of calmed down a little bit more. But I also had a different coach,
Mm-hmm.
and she kind of broke things up a little bit more. And we practiced a little bit less and did cardio on the side a lot more. Like it was a lot more fundamentals on the court rather than I'm gonna run you, we're gonna run. And that kind of broke my day up a little bit more, but also kind of spread it out. But also as I got older, sleep was just not a thing. Like sadly, like so I guess I definitely was, my schedule wasn't too bad, especially this last year. I really only had like 4 classes the whole semester. I mean the whole 2 semesters, 4 or 5. So this past year I had so much time on my hands, and I used to deliver Uber Eats, I walk dogs. um what else would I do? House sit. I used to house sit. um any little things I could do to make
Yeah.
money, it was always little side hustles, and definitely filled up a lot of my time.
I love New York. Not from there, but I've been multiple times. What are some of your favorite food places there?
My favorite food places.
Hmm.
Oh, okay, so there's this, see, I don't know what it's called. Okay, actually, I know what this one place is called. Um, it's mad, just like random, but me and my best friend, I met my best friend in college. She was our manager actually. And every other Sunday we would go to this diner that served the best chocolate chip pancakes. And it was literally in the cut. It's somewhere in because my school was in downtown Brooklyn, and if you kind of go a little more deeper, it gets a little more suburban, a little more upgraded in a sense,
I get you.
but yeah, and there's just like little hole in the wall diner. I wish I could remember what it was called, but superb pancakes, let's just say that. But this last year, I started exploring more like trendy places, and I found this place called Mom's Kitchen. When I tell you their omelet, no, what is it? Their pancake burrito go crazy. Oh my gosh. Like I didn't even think it's huge too. It's big, but it is so good. So go to Mom's Kitchen. Go there.
I gotta write that down, Mom's Kitchen. I'm going back in December. I got you. Um, what have you noticed about your game from your time at LIU to now that you're in the gym basically every day? That you've improved on a lot, and what are some of the things that you're hearing from peers and coaches that you need to work on to get to that next level?
It was always in my okay, so I always started out like basic post player. Basic, that's what I was. Rebounding was my thing. Um, I didn't like sitting in the paint. I got to a point after my freshman year and I was just like, no, I was bigger. I was a lot bigger than I am now. I went into my freshman year about 210. I'm 6'2", 210. Right now I'm 160. So I didn't want to be seen as just a big body anymore. I
Mhm.
wanted to do more. And my coaches knew I could do more. Like I had this one coach. He actually coached me the past 2 years. He's like, you're mad athletic. He's like, you just need to get that extra thing. You need to get over that little hump
Right.
to like get your wind up. And that's always been my main focus, running. And I'm a runner now. All
Mm-hmm.
I do is run. And definitely changed my game so much because just being able to stay on the floor, even if you're not doing anything with the ball, it's the fact that you're there ready and you're like, okay, like I'm here with it. Your mind is focused and just having that win, that endurance, like I said, keeps you focused. And that's definitely something that's changed with my game, being able to move more without the ball and being comfortable to move outside of the paint, around the three, being like, okay, I can handle the ball out here. Yeah, I can't do what the point guard is doing, but that's okay. That's all right because you can do a little more, you can do something. And so that's definitely something that's changed from my first 2 years to my last 2 years. I guess getting comfortable with the ball being in my hand, not around the basket. And that's still something I'm working on because like I want to be able to full-heartedly have trust that I can take the ball up the floor if I need to. That's a main focus for me right now going into this new school because I want to show that I can be that post player. I can also be that perimeter player. I can be what you want. You just got to shape
Right.
me. But I got to make myself ready to be shaped. So that's definitely a main focus. And that's a focus I didn't have when I first went in. Like, it was just kind of like, well, okay, well, this is kind of what I am. And I'm going to improve on my little bubble. And it's important to get outside of that and explore different I guess different ways to play your game. I don't know how to properly say that. Did I say that right?
You're good. How much time do you spend now that you're in Sacramento with in the gym? And because I know you work a lot as well, but how much time do you spend in the gym?
I actually work at a gym.
Okay.
So I work 8-hour shifts 6 days a week at Gold's Gym.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the mornings I go for a 2-mile run every morning. Today I didn't go because I decided to do interval sprints. Almost died. But I try, like, there's not a lot of like indoor courts around here, but there's a lot of outdoor courts that are pretty nice. You know, California, everything's kind of just open. Everything is just kind of like, okay, go outside, you know. And so I try to go every other day. I try because I work out every day. I do cardio every day. So I try to give myself a break, but I try to do ball handling every day because we have a
Okay.
little slot, we have concrete outside. On our little thing. Oh my god, a little thing. Like you can see what it is. I'm sorry. Um, in our backyard, we have this concrete slab. So like if I'm just kind of chilling out there, I try to always have a ball in my hands. Just moving my hands so I can just keep that rhythm up, even if I'm not shooting that day. But I try to get on the court as much as possible. And I'm trying right now, I just made a schedule at work last night of my workout schedule. So I have to go to the court later today when the sun starts to go down because the sun's beating right now. But I'm gonna start going every day and up until I get back to school because I want to be a whole different player,
Mhm.
and that's my main focus.
When you're by yourself like you are now, do you have a trainer or anything, or is it just you putting in and devoting your own self to your own work?
It's mainly me. I do reach out to like my coaches, other players that I know, like my friends and stuff, and be like, okay, you got to work out. Like, what are you doing?
Hmm.
And try to incorporate that into what I'm already doing. Um, but for the most part, everything is just kind of what I find. Um, I love going on YouTube and finding different workouts, like just like ball handling, shooting drills, just random things I can do that just make it fun for me to do it. Because you know, sometimes you want to improve, you want to get out there, and but some days you're just like, I'm tired.
Right.
Like I'm tired, I want to break. So making it fun for myself, A1, make it fun for yourself. Like play a game with yourself. Like you got to make it all a game first. Like I don't know. Yeah, but that's what I've been doing.
Um, you have been like a breakdown of many things. You've been very positive, but you also have shown me that emotional side of you because I know you've gone through a lot, and I think this question will fit you perfectly. What advice would you give to anyone listening, whether you've learned it from basketball in life? What advice would you give? And also, what's one thing you want people to know about Kiara Bell that maybe you didn't get to express as much as you would like to?
One thing I don't want to say to people is don't do not ever let anybody try to hold you back. Like if you think you can do it, you wholeheartedly you can, as long as you try. And if you fail, keep trying because there's different avenues, there's different paths. Everything is not just one, and that's something I'm starting to learn. Everything is not just one. There's roadblocks, but there's ways around the roadblocks. You don't just have to go over. You can go around, you can go under. You can you can hit it if you want to. I don't know. It's just like finding your way, your niche, and being okay with not doing it a certain way that someone is trying to get you to do, you know, and that can really hinder someone and make them reluctant and close off. So one thing I just want to make sure to like I want people to know is don't let anybody tell you you can't because you can. And you got to believe in yourself. That's it. And I wish I could have told myself that a long time ago. And
That's really good.
then thank you. And then as far as like what I want people to know about me is oh, I never thought about this one. um just keep a lookout because I'm gonna be out there. You're gonna see me somewhere. You know, like even if it's not playing basketball, you gonna see me somewhere. Don't worry. Like, just don't forget me. That's all I say.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I like that one right there. That was put your name out there. Don't forget about it. I got you on that one. Um, you got a year left of playing. What are your end goals? Whether it's in basketball or in life, what do you want to do for the rest of your life?
That's a hard one because after I graduated and then, you know, transferring and stuff, it was like a big slap in the face. It's like, okay, well, you only have a year left. What's next? because you're an adult now, you know, you're
Mhm.
not in my main goal right now with this team is we all want a ring. The majority of us are grad transfers. I haven't gotten a ring from anything. I want a ring. And then to take that to the next level, I want to be able to go play overseas. You know, I want to experience being in a different atmosphere at a different level and having them shape me into a whole different person, you know, because they're going to have a whole different outlook there than people here have on me, you know? And I like new things. I like experiencing and understanding people and being understood. And so far that's as far as I've thought. Another avenue I do want to do, I am pursuing. I actually am studying for my LSAT currently. So cross your fingers. I'm gonna take it at the end of the end of next year after the season. I'm planning on taking it so I can eventually go to law school
Mhm.
and become a lawyer. I specifically want to work with like sports law and stuff, helping athletes get that say, you know, because mental health is a big thing. And I feel like it's very much overlooked. And I feel like a lot of athletes are done not done dirty in the sense, but kind of overlooked and forgotten. And so yeah, I was a psychology major. So it's kind of weird now, psychology major and then going to law school. But like I want to be able to apply that and be like, hey, I understand you and I want to fight for you. So I felt like becoming a lawyer in a sense could help me give that leg up to fight for kids. Give them that, you know, give them that voice in a type of sense. Because
Excellent.
that's my yeah. Yeah.
I have really enjoyed you. You have been a light that I think people need in their lives. So, well done to you. You have put out very good words of advice. Your story has been remarkable, and your positivity has been shown. And I think your honesty was shown too, with you getting emotional a little bit. That was real, and I like that a lot. So I appreciate you. Um, I don't get the chance to tell the people that do this with me for the past 3 years how much they mean to me. Um, but I really do appreciate you guys and what you've done. You not only help me, but you help people listening. So I hope you know that you're changing lives. So I really enjoyed you today. So I appreciate you.
No,
Um,
thank you so much for having me. Like I really appreciate you like talking to me, you know, getting talking to you kind of made me realize a lot of things. And then I've been sitting there, I was sitting at work kind of thinking like, okay, like what can I like what about me is makes me me like you know so it was like an eye-opener in a sense like oh, okay, look at you, Kiara, you're not that bad.
be proud of
So
yourself. You're
you
doing
know,
great things. I have one
thank
more
you.
question. If you could have dinner with three people, dead or alive, who would it be?
Okay. mm, if I could have, oh, this is an interesting one. um oh
And
my
you have
goodness,
to
I gotta like
explain why too.
I have to explain why.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. Hmm, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't really like, I'm not somebody that, okay, I do want to say Rihanna. I don't know if that's mad basic, but like, I kind of looked up to her in the sense of her just, she went down so many avenues. Like, she's an entrepreneur. She's not just a singer, you know? She wants things with her life. And she's very like, I want this, I want that, I want to do that. And she didn't care when she stopped making music. Yes, she was doing her own thing. Like, that's a vibe. I want to be able to have that sense of not carelessness, but like going with the flow and being okay with yourself. And I always felt like she exhibited that to me, especially as I got older. I know that's kind of a weird comparison to Rihanna, but yeah.
Hey, just you and Riri. I like that. And
Yeah, I mean,
Riri, I love some Riri, so I ain't mad at that. I appreciate you again. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but You've done a lot for this, and I appreciate you. If you do, you want to put out your social medias if people want to reach you or follow you or anything?
Oh yeah, completely. Let me just look at it real quick. Hold on. Okay, so what do I just say? Just say it?
Yeah, yeah. Just say what
Okay.
your Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, anything you have. Yeah.
Okay, so my Instagram is at Kiara, Kiara, with an extra A, dot Bell, Bell. And if y'all want to follow me on TikTok, I would absolutely love it. Let me see. My TikTok is at double dot dose of key. Oh wait, at double dot dose dot of dot key. Yeah, that's it. Join the gang on there
Yeah.
because I post all the time, on there.
I got you. I'll link them when I post everything so you guys can get a quick little easy way to get her. Any shout outs you want to give to anyone?
I want to shout out UMBC WBB. You feel me? My new team. Um, we're about to do great things this year, and I'm proud. I'm proud that I'm going to be on this team.
I appreciate you. I want to have you back at some point after you get to the next year in your life and you start doing more things. I would love for you to continue to share your story. So I would love to have you back one day if you're okay with that.
No, most definitely. DM's always open. Let me know.
So I appreciate you again. You've really meant a lot. I know I keep saying it over and over again, but you truly have put a good word out that people need to hear. And that was the point of me starting this show, for people to share their stories and other people to hear it and learn from it. So I appreciate you, Kiara. Thank you. And we wish the best of luck to you as well. Continue
Thank
embracing
you.
everything. So, and
Thank
remember the
you.
name Kiara Bell.
I wish you the best of luck because what you're doing is amazing. Kind of getting people to voice them and not just see us as athletes,
Thank
you
you.
know?
I
So,
appreciate that. That means a lot to me. Appreciate you guys for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. She put a very good word out. I hope you guys got a lot as much as I did. So continue living your life, stay out of trouble, and love the people around you. Appreciate you guys for listening. Amen. God bless everyone.